Getting quality plus size clothing on a budget is not easy no matter your shape or your size. I am always scouring around for new brands, new subcategories on SHEIN, especially to see if we get some good quality pieces come around. This is how we found the MOTF collection, and that is how I found the Anusta collection. Two collections I'm obsessed with, and quality on SHEIN is amazing on those two sub-brands. I have found this new brand called Volupte Curve. I don't know if I pronounced it right, but nevertheless, and it looks to be promising. The price point is up around the Anusta collection, around the MOTF collection, so it's a little bit more pricey, but I am happy to pay a few more extra coins for a bit better quality. So I have ordered 6 pieces. I have a mixture of pieces to try and kind of round out the brand. It wasn't the biggest plus size section I've ever seen or subcategory I've seen, but hopefully if this quality is great on this collection, then maybe they will introduce more pieces, which is always great. So essentially I have a SHEIN haul for you today. Everything is linked in the description box along with my measurements and the sizes I'm trying on. But with no further ado, let's get stuck into it. With spring just around the corner, it is fitting to start with this trench coat. This trench coat was the first piece that I noticed of the collection, which prompted me on to check out the full collection. And I must admit, I am in love. It is a satin fabric. The shine of it is absolutely stunning, but it is a basic trench coat in cream. It is simply just the shine of the fabric. It is like any other normal trench coat. We have the same feature. It is double-breasted with the beautiful gold button. We have the tie belt. We have that little flap there on the back as a normal trench coat. We have the belt, and then we have the little belt around the sleeves as well. We got functioning pockets, and then we need to talk about the belt. The belt is stunning. The beautiful, beautiful belt buckle. However, the belt is of the same fabric as the coat. And you know me, I love a matching belt to a coat. However, we need one that has structure in it, and a fabric belt like this does not have enough structure. So if I'm deciding to keep this coat, I would actually be looking for a belt that is similar to this, but can replace it with a bit more structure. It just, you see this little pin in there, right? Every time I'm moving this belt, the pin disappears. Can you see that? It's even doing it now. So every time I'm putting on the belt, I'll have to go and sit and put the pin back in place. That would annoy me, but I love the belt buckle. Oh, I should also show you, most importantly, because that is always a sign of good quality and worth spending a few extra coin on, it is fully lined. The coat is fully lined, and that makes me so happy. It's not very thick in the material though. I have to point that out. It's not something that you would wear for the warmth of it. You'd wear this just for something light over your shoulders. I can't really show you, but it is a light material. It has everything I need though in a trench coat, and it's absolutely beautiful. And I do have a couple of occasion dresses coming up, so I'm going to try the trench coat with it. But I'm in love with it. It is stunning. It's beautiful. I love the shine of it. I love this. Okay, I'm not quite sure about this one because it is essentially a cotton shirt. I paid nearly 40 euros for this shirt. It is 100% cotton, which I appreciate. But what I loved about it, here, hold on. Can you just see that there, right? She has that tied around her waist. I thought that was part of the shirt. But it turns out that this is just a tie you can take on and off on the shirt. Now, that's great because obviously you can use the shirt plain and simple as it is. But that means essentially I paid 40 euros for a cotton shirt with a tie belt. I know I can get cotton shirts on H&M for a lot less than that, and quality is just as good. So I love all this capey, drapey moment we got going on as a trend at the moment. The quality of the shirt is actually really nice. As I say, it is 100% cotton. It has a nice fit on my body. We even have darts at the bust area, which is great. We have plenty of room in the waist area and the tummy area, and it's really long. So if you don't like tucking, obviously it does cut me in half, right? So the rule of third is out of play. But of course I could just tuck it in if I wanted to. You know, even just giving it the half tuck if that's what I want to do. That still put the rule of third back in place. So you can definitely play around with it, but 40 euros for a plain cotton shirt, I don't know. And then this tie belt, great quality, but what on earth am I going to do with this? It is long enough to go around me twice, but I just feel that I have a lot of fabric packed in there. Yeah, no, this shirt, As I say, it's a great shirt itself, but this tie belt is not for me. This one is a no, although it is great quality. Okay, this time I have put on 2 pieces to make an outfit and I'm obsessed already. I'm going to start with the trousers. These are wide leg trousers, and as you know, I'm obsessed with wide leg trousers for us apple shapes because they hide the tummy instantly, right? These trousers look like jeans, but they feel and sit on your body like a pair of wide leg trousers. It is literally the best of both worlds. They are amazing. They are quite high-waisted. They are very close to being too high-waisted for me. I think I can get away with them, but it's just something to be aware of. Now, they did come with a belt, and the belt did have a belt buckle, but I have taken that off because just like on the trench coat, the belt is the same material as the trousers, meaning there's not enough structure in this belt to actually carry the belt buckle. It was sitting all wrong, and I wasn't even going to show you, just tell you there was a belt, but I actually took off the belt buckle and I have just tied the belt around, leaving the ends just hanging down, and I love that. You could tie it into more of a bow if you prefer, but it gives me a matching belt that I can actually use with the jeans. Functioning pockets, obviously functioning belt loops, and I don't know if you can see it there, but we actually have elastics there in the back of the jeans, so they sit nice and snug to the body, which is great as well if you're a pear shape. A lot of you pear shapes struggle with the gaping in the back, and when you have the elastication in the back, that really cinches in around the waist, so that's great. Now I have teamed the jeans with a little cardigan, and I wish I could show you how soft this cardigan actually is. It is like butter. It is stunning. Now it is a cool pink, so I'm not 100% sure I can get away with the color. I have a more neutral skin tone, so I can wear both cool and warm, but I prefer warm. This is cool, but I love not only the fit of it, look at this, right? But let me just show you in full. This is one of those cardigans you can wear open, you can wear it closed, it's completely up to you. It has the perfect length. If you don't like tugging, look at that. Teamed up with the wide leg trousers, there is no tummy in sight anyway, but we're keeping the rule of third in place even without tucking it in. We have the beautiful gold buttons up in the front and then the stunning V neckline. I actually tried it on before with the white shirt, and even that was really, really cute. So I love this cardigan. I'm going to have to check the color in daylight just to see if it works for me, but isn't it adorable? And as I said, it is so soft, so soft. I love these 2 pieces together, and I could really see myself wearing it as an outfit, tucked, untucked, whatever. I love both pieces. Okay, wedding season is soon going to be upon us, and I know many of you will be looking for dresses to wear for several occasions. Now, I don't know, this dress may just be too cream and too light to actually wear for a wedding, but it's just something to keep in mind and features that you can look out for if you are looking for a dress as an apple shape. This dress is very, very different and not immediately something I'm thinking for an apple shape, but I do love the idea of it. Now I have a large chest, so I do need to wear a bra, and it's very open in the front, but if you are blessed with a smaller chest than I am, something with a really deep low cut is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and I love all this extra fabric. We have a sheer sleeve, but the sleeve is there nevertheless. And then you have the shorter kind of dress, so I am fully covered, but we have this extra fabric here that is sitting ruching over the tummy, which is a great feature for us apple shapes. However, it is a little bit on the snug side for me, so it does show a little bit more belly. I would need to try a size up, but I love the idea of this. And as I said, it does sit like a short dress, but I'm fully covered with the full coverage. And then we just have the A-line of the flowy skirt down the bottom. I love this dress. I really, really do. As I say, I know it's too snug over my tummy. I would need to try a size up. And if I got a size up, hopefully I'll have a little bit more fabric here, and I would actually sew it together right there, just so it still had the V-neck, but it wasn't as deep on me, meaning I could still wear a bra. So that's how I would get around that problem. I really love this dress. I think it's stunning and it has great potential, even though the fit is not perfect. The last piece I have, the color again, sadly is not right for me, but if you need an occasion dress and you can work this color as an apple shape, this is a fantastic dress. It is beautiful, and just look at the flow of the skirt when I move. It is stunning, absolutely stunning, this dress. We have the straps that will help hide my bra. We have this ruching up in the front. It is a little bit on the big side here for me. I would have to sew a dart in just to make the fit perfect. We have a sewn on little silver belt, and then it just flows beautiful. The fabric has this ruching in it the whole way around, so it's great for hiding any lumps and bumps that you may or may not have. But look at that, there is no tummy inside. It is absolutely stunning. It is fully lined. We have a lining underneath. It's stunning, and the quality is amazing. Let's try and put the trench coat over it, because this is how I was thinking the trench coat would work perfectly. If you had an occasion dress and you wanted something nice over the dress. Oh, the dog sounds like they're going mental. Yes, look at this. This is brilliant. These pieces just work so well together, and the quality of the trench coat just matches the quality of the dress for the occasion. So this is fantastic. Oh, I am in love. Absolute love. The quality is absolutely amazing on this collection. This will not be the last time that I'll be trying out the collection. Now, I will say I have everything from a 1XL to a 3XL. So I have 1, 2 and 3XL in all these pieces. Every single piece has fitted me perfectly because I have followed shopping the measurement that they were given on the website. And that is why I have the 3 different sizes, because when you shop on SHEIN, don't forget you need to always shop by measurements and not by size. A size, it's just a number, and so is your measurement. But as long as your measurements and the garment's measurement matches up, you should have a perfect fit. But anyway, that is it for today. I'm really, really excited to find another sock brand on SHEIN that looks to have great quality. And yes, they are on the little bit of a higher price point, but I think it's worth the extra coin. But that is it for today. Everything is linked in the description box. And will you do me one last favor before you leave today? Because it is St. Patrick's Day today when I'm releasing this video. Will you leave me a green heart? I do live in Ireland, so I have a strong bond here with Ireland. So happy St. Patrick's Day to you all, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.